From the glossy blue spine of modern-day periodicals comes another oversized relic of the squared circle's stormiest decade. Championship Wrestling, November 1986, Volume 3, Number 3. A $2.75 time capsule of blood, bravado, and broadcast-ready fury. Departments open the book. On page 6, the official ratings chart the sport's entire landscape. Hulk Hogan rules the WWF, trailed by Orndorff, Savage, Morocco, Adonis, Bundy, Santana, Steamboat, and the JYD. Ric Flair crowns the NWA with Magnum T.A, Ronnie Garvin, Tully Blanchard, Jimmy Snuka, Nikita Koloff, Lex Luger, and Dusty Rhodes all clawing upward, while Stan Hansen carries the AWA's belt with Rick Martel, Bruiser Brody, Sergeant Slaughter, Larry Zbyszko, and Jerry Blackwell pounding on the door. Tag team titles are mapped like a battle plan. The British Bulldogs over in Titanland, the Midnight Express, and Rock and Roll. Roll Express running wild in Crockett's territory, and Curt Hennig and Scott Hall defending AWA gold against the Midnight Rockers. Even the women's division gets its roll call. Moolah, Candy Devine, Judy Martin, and Lady Maxine, the queens of the canvas. Around the mat by Virginia Ginger Snaps Bowes, launches like a flamethrower. She opens by reporting from the fallout of the Titan era, writing in first-person heat about Bob Backlund, still nursing the scar of the night his belt was literally stolen out from under him, and refusing to wrestle until the WWF grants him a rematch with Hogan. Bowes pleads that the ex-champ's walkout only dignifies wrestling's sleaziest episode, and then pivots to Jimmy Snuka, now back under NWA and AWA banners. Her prose detonates when she recounts how Vince McMahon, the Tyrant of Titan, debuted Afi Siva as a counterfeit Superfly in Madison Square Garden. A royal screwing that sent 20,000 fans into riot. Bowes names the prior imitators, Tonga Kid, Ricky Steamboat, King Tonga, and calls Afi one more pathetic pawn in the hands of those who know better. Then comes her signature sermon, Vince McMahon is not God. She invokes the New York State Athletic Commission's own rules about medical exams and deceptive ring names, accusing officials of breaking their own laws for profit. By the end, she's urging Backlund and Snuka to haul the commission before court, an astonishing piece of kayfabe crusading journalism, equal parts expose and manifesto championship wrestling 1986-11. The WWF report follows, chronicling Hogan's title defenses against Savage, Piper, Bundy, Stud, and Adonis, while eyeing Harley Race's arrival with Bobby Heenan. Randy Savage, with Elizabeth at ringside, polishes his Intercontinental crown against Tito Santana and Steamboat. The British Bulldogs fight off Volkov and Sheik and the Funks, while Jesse Ventura teases a team-up with superstar Billy Graham, the kind of dream duet that sends the columnist into full caps excitement. Sidebars touch on the Rougeau brothers, Jimmy Powers, Mike Sharp's comeback, and Fred Blassie's Mid-East yacht trip, meeting with today's answer to Simon Legree, Alamar Gaddafi. Even adorable Adonis's village townhouse gets color. Rooms painted lemon, peach, and strawberry. Perfectly mauve-velous for the skin. It's gossip, parody, and reportage rolled into one unfiltered column that reads like Pro Wrestling Illustrated meets National Lampoon. The Fans Speak Out arrives next. Letters from Florida and Nebraska, praising the magazine's honesty and the real lowdown on the sport without cheap shots. Another letter attacks Bowes for defending the WWF. Signed Julius Smegma, Ocean City, New Jersey. Her printed reply cuts him down cold. Why, Mr. Smegma, we think you're an absolute genius. As for who I think I am, I'm the editor of a national magazine. It's pure 1980s sass in print, Championship Wrestling 1986-11. Then come the features, full color and full throttle. Magnum T.A. by Henry Schlesinger is the headline epic, a 7-page biography tracing Terry Allen's rise from Don Owens' Pacific Northwest territory to Dusty Rhodes' protege in Florida. He learns his craft match by match, clashing with Wahoo McDaniel, then with Tully Blanchard. The story recounts his U.S. title feuds blow by blow, from steel cage wars to baby dolls interference, and culminates with his vengeful victory over Blanchard for the championship. Schlesinger writes of Magnum's rivalry with the Russians, Nikita Koloff and the KGB whispered threat to American pride, and closes with the prophetic line, Magnum T.A. will fight with his last breath to defend the belt and the USA. In context of 1986, that line lands like a final blessing. The Road Warriors, Animal and Hawk, positions them as the greatest tag team in the history of wrestling, describing their power, paint, and the sweet revenge tour that cemented their legend. They stand as fearless gladiators in leather and spikes, striving to soar even higher as they dominate the NWA tag division against the Midnight Express and the Minnesota Wrecking Crew. Dusty Rhodes, the American Dream's last drop of blood, dives into the Nature Boy Ric Flair rivalry, a portrait of two opposites locked in the bitterest feud in wrestling. Dusty is painted as bleeding for his belief that blue-collar America could topple styling and profiling elitism. Will Dusty make good his promise to finally fulfill the American dream? The copy asks, as photos show his head crimson under the spotlights. Mighty Igor serves as a palate cleanser, wrestling's ambassador of goodwill, feeding orphans, kissing babies, and lifting kegs for charity. Then the mood snaps back to spectacle with WrestleMania 2, recounting a night of music, movie stars, and mayhem from New York, Chicago, and Los Angeles. The three-city experiment that turned sports entertainment into national television religion. By page 56, Badlands USA invites readers into the ranks of the greatest villains on Earth, profiling the rule breakers who make heroes shine. Men like Tully Blanchard, Bruiser Brody, and the Iron Sheik. Then comes the man himself, Bruiser Brody, big, bad, brutal. A piece that refuses to decide if he's good or evil, calling him a law unto himself, playing it any way he has to. Brody's name appears throughout the issue, even in the ratings, a living embodiment of wildness before his tragic fate in 1988. The final feature spotlights Curt Hennig and Scott Hall, the fresh AWA Tag Champions. It asks if these likable upstarts can hold the titles against the veterans circling them. It's a young team snapshot, long before Hall became Razor Ramon and Hennig became Mr. Perfect, frozen at the moment they were still students of the craft. Across its 68 pages, the magazine is equal parts soap opera, sports almanac, and pop culture time bomb, packed with ads for Coliseum videos, rip-off t-shirts, M16 toy rifles, and mail-order manuals promising to make any girl do anything you mentally command. It's gritty, gaudy, and absolutely real to its era. A wild mashup of wrestling's honor, hustle, and hucksterism. Modern-day periodicals, Championship Wrestling, didn't pretend to be official. It reveled in being truth-adjacent, the loud, unfiltered voice of fans who believed every drop of blood mattered. And on these pages, between Magnum T.A.'s heroism and Virginia Beau's venom, the wrestling world of 1986 still breathes, still bleeds, and still burns. This is From the Pages.